Let's be real for a second. The best AI tools always seem to be locked behind a paywall, right? You're looking at shelling out 20, 30, sometimes even $50 a month just to get your hands on the really powerful stuff. But what if I told you that's all changing? I've spent the last month digging into everything Google has been quietly putting out, and I started to see this incredible pattern. They've released an entire suite of game-changing AI tools, and the price tag for every single one of them? Zero. Absolutely nothing. So, that brings us to the big question we're tackling today. Is it possible that these free tools aren't just good, but that they could actually blow the paid competition out of the water? All right, let's dive in and see what's what. We're going to kick things off with two tools that are, and I'm not exaggerating, like having an AI coder and an AI workflow expert on your team ready to build whatever you need whenever you need it. First up is AI Studio Build. Now you can find this at aistudio.google.com. And when you first land there, it might look a little technical, but don't let that fool you. The part we're interested in is actually incredibly easy to use. So here's the magic. You just describe the app you want to build, using plain English, and AI Studio Build does all the heavy lifting. It literally writes the code from scratch and spins up a working web app for you. For example, this is the exact prompt that was used. You can literally watch in real time as it thinks through the structure, writes out the code, and puts the whole interface together. You end up with a fully functional web page. And you can even tell it to make little tweaks, like, hey, change that button to blue or add my logo here. It's wild. All right, next we've got a tool called Opal. Now, if you've ever looked at those big, complex, and kind of expensive automation platforms, well, think of this as Google's answer to them, except it's totally free and way, way simpler. So you might be asking, okay, what's the difference between these two builder tools? It's pretty simple. AI Studio Build is for making things for the public, for your customers, like landing pages. Opal is all about building tools for your own team to make your internal workflows faster and smarter. And using it is ridiculously easy. You just describe what you need. Let's say a tool that can take a topic and generate 10 viral YouTube titles for it. Opal just builds out the logic for you, and boom, your new custom app is ready to use right away. Okay, let's switch gears. This next set of tools is all about transformation. We're talking about taking the raw material you already have, things like articles, notes, scripts, and instantly turning it into something new and polished. And that brings us to Notebook LM. Now, this tool is fantastic for organizing research, but the real showstopper here, the thing you have to see, is a brand new feature called Video Overview. The way this works is just kind of unbelievable. You upload your source files, could be dense articles, boring strategy guides, and it reads everything, it understands the context, and then it writes a complete, fully scripted explainer video from scratch. And we're not talking about some simple, boring summary. This quote from the source material really nails it. The AI pulls information from all your different documents and weaves it all together to create something that feels incredibly professional, super high quality. All right, our fourth tool is Gemini Canvas. And the cool thing here is you don't even have to go to a new website. This is built right into the main Gemini interface that you might already be using every day. Now, if you hate making presentations, you are gonna love this. You can upload a super text-heavy document like a business plan or a report. Give it one simple command like create a presentation, and it generates an entire slide deck for you. Then you just export it to Google Slides to make your final tweaks. But here's the crucial part. It doesn't just do a lazy copy and paste job. No, it actually thinks like a designer. It completely restructures the information, it adds relevant images, and it creates a clean, professional layout. It's a huge time saver. The last tool in our transformation section is called Multiple Audio. And just to give you some context, platforms like 11 Labs can charge you around $40 a month for this kind of quality. But Google, they're just giving it away for free inside AI Studio. So what it does is you feed it a script and it generates a studio quality audio file with multiple different voices having a conversation. You can even act as the director, giving it instructions like make them sound high energy and conversational, or maybe one is skeptical while the other is enthusiastic. And that quote right there just perfectly captures why this is such a leap forward. The voices aren't just reading lines one after the other, they sound like they're in the same room, actually listening and reacting to each other. The result is so natural, it honestly sounds like a real recording session. All right, on to our final category. Think of these last two tools as your own personal AI marketing team.
ready to handle everything from creating your social media campaigns to designing high-end visuals.
Tool number 6 is called Pomeli, and it is, for all intents and purposes, an AI-powered marketing agency. Now, quick heads up, right now it's only available in a few countries, like the US and Canada, but it is definitely worth knowing about.
Here's how it works. You just give it your website's URL. It then goes and analyzes your entire brand. It pulls your exact colors, your specific fonts, and even figures out your brand's unique voice. From there, it can generate ready-to-use social media posts and even build entire campaigns based on a simple prompt.
And our final tool, number 7, is Nano Banana Pro. This is Google's heavy hitter. It's their answer to high-end image models like Midjourney. And again, you don't need to go anywhere new. It's built right into the main Gemini interface.
The big story with this one is simply the quality. It's fantastic at creating things like realistic textures and reflections. It nails that professional, commercial-style lighting. And maybe most importantly, it can actually render text accurately, which is something a lot of other models really struggle with. All of this makes it perfect for things like product mockups or visuals for a big pitch.
So, when you pull all of this together, what have we actually got? Well, it's not just a random collection of cool free tools. What Google has actually built here is a complete, integrated creative toolbox.
I mean, this table really says it all. You've got a free tool for building web apps, for internal automation, for video production, for making presentations, for voiceovers, social media, and high-end image generation. Each one of these is replacing a service or a tool that could easily cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Which really just leaves us with one last very exciting question to think about. When you have a toolkit this powerful and it's all completely free, the only real limit is your own imagination. So, what are you going to build first?